Yo, what's up, homies? This is Jokesta back at you with a brand new video. Today, we're doing a top 10 for this season. Shout out to Signo and his team for providing the builds. Also, check out the SXC finger sleeve at sxc.gg. These are the finger sleeves I created with a couple of my homies. We got together, we started brainstorming. You know what I mean? They're really comfy. Like, I've been wearing them for maybe three weeks now, and they're not falling apart. So, like, literally, these are the golden tier sleeves out there. So make sure to pick them up before they're all gone. Just saying, they do disappear pretty quick. A lot of our products gone. They're like limited edition type of vibe. But yeah, let's get right into top number 10. We got the BK57. This is the weapon that surprised me a little bit because, you know, the BK57 never really made it on the list ever. So this is like, it's kind of coming back. And this is the build that you want to run with the BK57. Now, with this weapon, I played around with it. I realized that I've been dying a lot when it comes to an iron sights. When you're aiming down sights and you're shooting the guy and they're shooting at you, you're kind of going to lose a lot of fights. The reason why is because you don't have toughness. So I suggest putting on toughness for the BK57. Even though you can run ghosts or anything else, but most of the time when it comes to one-on-one fight, you're going to be struggling without this thing. So make sure to use toughness. And that's basically my loadout, the way I have it here. I figured out that trip mines actually work with this thing. So moving on to top number 9 is the 3-shot meta. Basically, there is the EM2. This is the build that you want to run for the EM2. There's a code up there on the top of the screen. And then you can copy this build. The second build is the where is it? DRH. Where is the DRH? Did I pass it? Yes, I did. I cannot believe. Oh, there it is. Okay, so this is the DRH build that you should be running. Tactical suppressor, OWC Ranger, no stock. You get the idea. Now, this is what's going to be really good. This is some of the best builds out there to use. You know, there's a lot of people that have been using DRHs in Search and Destroy, which is good, but there's better guns, and I'm going to show you guys in a bit. So that's the second one. And the third one we have is the AK-47. Believe it or not, I was surprised about this too. I was like, dude, the AK-47 top number 9, along with the DRH, the EM2, the 3-shot meta. That's actually pretty nice. It's a good place to be. So this is the build that you want to use. Now, remember, all of these builds are hard to use. They're not comfortable. You might be struggling with your aim, and that's okay. That's part of the, you know, all these builds. Their idea is it has to be perfect stats. So it has to be perfect in what it does. It's supposed to be sharp and all that stuff. It's about you controlling the recoil. So at the end of the day, if you're still struggling, change it up to have an underbarrel, something, you know, that could be useful. But my suggestion for anybody out there that's like trying to get used to these guns is to play a lot of free-for-all. Just hop into free-for-all, play maybe like 5 free-for-all games before you hop into rank with these weapons. I'm just gonna be honest, these weapons aren't just like, hey, I'm a pro, I've been playing for 5 years, I can swap and dominate. Nah, man, this is gonna take some time, seriously. Moving on to top number 8 is the PDW. There's a few other weapons along the way. So toughness, important, of course. This is more, like I said, this is not a recoil control type of build. You know, it's hard to control this stuff. This is hard to use, but since it's the PDW, you don't need any of the other stuff. It barely has any recoil. So sleight of hand, when I saw that, I was like, oh, it's probably going to be OP. You're going to reload really quick. And it has a ton of bullets, so you don't have to worry about that. So that's the PDW. Next up is the one that everybody knows, the Cordite. This is the build for the Cordite as well. So if you're out there thinking about using the Cordite, this is the build you should be using. And then the last one is the FFAR1. This is the build that you should be rocking for the FFAR. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Moving on to top number 7 on the list is the Man of War. Now, this is the Man of War build with the red dot and no thermite rounds. You don't want that one for this one. But that's not the only one. The Man of War normal build, this is what you should be rocking. And the next one is the thermite round, which I'm going to show you in a bit. This is the build that you should be running. So these are the second one. There's the Man of War with no thermite rounds, ammos. The second one is with the ammo. So they're still in a 7 layer, right? And then the third one is the Odin. So this is the build that you can run. But if you don't want the mag, you can replace it with the red dot. I'm just reading what Signal wrote to me. This is the build that you want to run for top number 7. It's kind of complicated, but if you don't want the mag, you can replace the mag with the red dot. Simple as that. Moving on to top number 6 on the list is the OTS 9. Again, this is not like, hey, this is easy to control build. This is all pretty hard to control. They're just, if you practice enough with this build, you're gonna be popping off. I'm not even kidding. Just get used to the recoil. We'll go play a lot of free-for-alls. This is one of the weapons for the OTS for top number 6. Next up is the QXR. Believe it or not, top number 6 is the QXR. And this is the build that you should be running. Again, fast reload, enhanced bolt. Those are all about fast movements, fast reload. You don't have to worry about recoil control. You're already used to it. The recoil control, you're supposed to be used to this at this point. This is all that this top 10 weapon list is all about. It's about getting used to the build. It's going to be crazy and it's not going to be fun. I'll tell you that. But get used to it. If you can, you're going to be popping off in no time. So the QQ9 is coming up at number 6 as well. So these 3, the QXR, the OTS9, and the QQ10. This is what he calls it. QQ10 instead of QQ9, QQ10. The reason why 10 millimeters. This is the build that you should be rocking. Try it out, see if you like it. I tried it in a Dom game. It's not that bad. It's just a little hard to use. But moving on to top number 5, of course, it's only one weapon. It's the CX9. The CX9 is very OP. I'll be honest, it's kind of like broken, but if you want to use it, go ahead. That's the build. Moving on to top number 4 on the list is the MG42. Not surprised. Honestly, that gun is super freaking annoying. If I see you using it, I hate you. All right, just so you know, I do not like you at all because they are so annoying. I hate dying to this thing. But anyways, moving on to top number 3 on the list, and it is the Type 19. I was surprised. I was like, damn, the Type 19 is still pretty good. I don't use it enough, but I should. It's a very good aggressive weapon. It's not really a passive. I mean, you can use it as passively, right? But it's better being aggressive with this thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's the build. Moving on to top number 2 is the HVK. If you thought about counting the HVK out, think again, because it's still out there. It's still one of the best guns out there. So that's the same build that we've been using for a very long time. And the number 1 spot, of course, is the ASVAL and the SKS. The ASVAL, not the full auto one, but it's the tap one where you keep tapping 15 rounds FMJ. The reason why ASVAL is pretty good is because you just gotta have a different play style. It's hard. It's hard. I get it. It's hard to use the ASVAL 15 round FMJ mag. It's hard to use the SKS, but if you can get used to it, you're gonna be popping off. It's number 1 gun for a reason. It's hard to use and it's pretty powerful. It's like a marksman basically. So that's the ASVAL. And then the SKS is right here. This is the build for the SKS. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did, slap a like, comment down below, and check out the S60 finger sleeves. Go check them out. These are like my merchandise, you know, like it's like, what's it called? You know, when the creator launches their merch, yeah, this is kind of what it is. It's like my merch. Check this out, you know. But anyways, see you guys in another one. Peace out.